Hey, thanks for watching my channel. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the mother of twins. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much for being here because I know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a little time with me, and I appreciate that. So, this is the cry from the spirit that I heard from Divine Feminine Collective, and this is your message for you to let you know that spirit hears you, and I feel you, and we're feeling each other because we are tribe. Speaking of being tribe, if you like this video, go ahead and like the video, smash that like button as well as subscribe to the channel. It'll put your energy in these card decks, and then your energy will be coming up in these readings that you hear when you watch one of my videos. I appreciate that. Patreon members, tribe members, I love y'all. Thank you for the way you support me on these platforms. I would not and cannot do this without you. But Divine Feminine, not but and Divine Feminine, this is for you because, like I said, I feel a lot of love. I feel a lot of emotions right now. I'm feeling a lot of love. I'm feeling a lot of burden at the same time. I'm feeling a heaviness in like my belly area, like the not even my belly, not the pit of my stomach, but like lower, like I'm carrying a heavy load or a heavy baby. You know what I mean? Like full, right? And I know it feels like a burden, but not a bad burden, but like a good burden for growth and ascension. So not to be alarmed, but Spirit did want me to get on here and encourage your hearts and kind of maybe give you a little clarity. So here we go. I was pulling, of course, for the energy in this for this read, and Kuan Yin shows up, and I love you. Y'all know I love Kuan Yin, right? She's the goddess of compassion. She says, "I recognize suffering in order to release it. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion." Kuan Yin is known. There are a few things associated with Kuan Yin. First things off the top of my head is the number 33 because in a sacred text she was mentioned 33 times, by a Buddhist monk. And another thing is jade is associated with the Kuan Yin. So you may be wearing jade, you might be seeing 33s. She was also almost like the queen of the waters. In that she was known for rescuing sailors that may have been drowning. And of course, how you can apply that to your life is you might be feeling right now that you're drowning in emotions, a flood of emotions, like you're being overcome with all these feelings. And that is because for many of you who this video is supposed to be for, who it's directed to, you've been taking on other people's burdens, you've been taking on other people's suffering, and including your masculine, not just your masculine, but including your masculine. It could be even your children, right? Just dealing with, the not being in school and just the balance in the social life versus, just life. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that you probably are feeling a bit overwhelmed, even overcome by emotions. Just I get so emotional, baby. That song just jumped out of my throat. But anyway, thank you, Sondafon. But anyway, you're probably feeling very emotional, right? And Kuan Yin is here to say you can experience the emotions of others, including your own, because often you are harder on yourself than you would be on somebody else's. Often you don't show yourself the same grace and mercy that you would give somebody else, including your divine masculine. But we're not just talking about divine masculine. Beloved, we are talking about your life. We're talking about who you are. We're talking about where you are, what you stand for, what you represent. Okay? What you respect, you will get more of. What you respect, what you see in others that you admire and respect, you will bring that or usher that or invite that into your life. That's a message for somebody. Now, back to Kuan Yin. So this card, the energy of this card, the energy of Kuan Yin, by the way, she's also associated with the Yoni. Because of her mudra is associated with Yoni, which of course we know is universe, and of course we were just talking about on another live recently, because I remember the Yoni eggs. I was saying Yoni pearls, Yoni eggs, like get them, work with them, release some of that, release all of that pent up anger and aggression and bitterness and resentment from past sexual partners, past sexual liaisons. You know what I mean? Like get that stuff out of you. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse your womb, your uterus, your cervix. Love your body. Begin to honor. Love your thighs. Begin to caress yourself. You know what I mean? Begin to look at the sags or the wrinkles or whatever you deem as an imperfection. Begin to love on that from a genuine, authentic place. Not because you know it's the right thing to do, but because you have gone through enough that you love the you that you have become. But I digress and go back to Kuan Yin. The Yoni Mudra is it shows her cupped hands. I don't know if her hands are cupped in this picture. Yes, cupped hands symbolizes the womb to remind us that we all enter this world through the female form. And so with this, the same compassion that you would extend to your masculine or even to your children, extend that to yourself because nothing was birthed without you. You are divine feminine. And nothing comes into this world lest it enters through the female form. So that means you deserve honor. You deserve the glory and the honor. I lift my hands in worship and I magnify your name. Hmm. Anyway, you deserve the glory, all the honor. Yes, yes, yes. Honor your body, honor yourselves, honor your female form. You're divine. Now back to I was gonna say Mao Shin. I'm sorry, that's another Buddhist saint that was believed to be an incarnation of Kuan Yin. Okay, so Kuan Yin was originally worshipped as a male deity, but at some point during the Northern Sung dynasty, she began to be worshipped as a female, and Mao Shin, that maybe that's why I needed to say the name, is believed to be the cause of that. Now, now, like I said, according to legend, she was known to be associated with jade because of its protective properties. I already talked about the yoni and the female, the womb, and the honoring the female form. And now let's talk about, and also we said helping with this drowning in emotions. People that are so emotional or feeling like you're being overcome or flooded by your emotions. So it says when your soul selects her card, I'll go to the book and read verbatim for you now. Excuse me. Excuse my voice. Kuan Yin is about the deep medicine that comes deeply or comes simply from being willing to bear witness to someone else's pain. To really listen, we have to move from the ego to the soul so that the story we are listening to doesn't become about us or trigger us. And did you hear that? To really listen, you got to leave the ego behind, go to the soul so that when you're listening to someone else's pain, it doesn't trigger you and it also doesn't become all about you. All right? So you have to be able to observe your masculine even from a detached point of view. Detachment is a blessing. Detachment will free you from a lot of unnecessary burdens or toxic attachments, or like I said, this is across the board for you, divine feminine. We're going to include your divine masculine, but the meaning the 3D person, because really we're balancing your masculine and feminine energy inside of you. But I digress, right? But you have to know that with Kuan Yin, this energy, you have to be able to listen and observe whatever somebody is going through without it over, bearing or weighing you down, weighing upon you. Okay. So this is also applies to the moments when we are listening to the story we tell ourselves about who we are. So again, it's about us. We are often far harsher and less forgiving to ourselves than we would ever be to someone else. Kuan Yin suggests that we simply listen with curiosity. And what curiosity does is it allows us to detach from needing to take the suffering of someone we love personally. That's important because many of you, if you're watching this video and you're resonating so far, you have been taking on the suffering of someone you love. You've been taking it personally. You've been taking what they're saying and what they're doing about something that you are doing or are not doing, what you lack or what you have. You know what I mean? You are taking it too personally, and you need to listen to what's going on or observe what's going on, whether it's a third party situation and somebody's not happy, or whether it's a family member that just will continually stays in the same pattern and it's toxic, the same old outdated mindset, whatever, just replaying events in their head, whatever the thing is, divine feminine, you are letting it become about you and trigger you into a confusion, into feeling burdened, into feeling that your efforts are futile and that you're spinning your wheels with this situation or this person, place, or thing. And Kuan Yin is here to say, no, 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 no. It's okay. You are divine feminine form. Everything that happens comes through you. That's why you feel everything and everyone so deeply, because you are connected, right? Gaia, mother, birthing. So you're in your right place. You know what I mean? It's just the space that needs clearing out. Okay? It's okay to feel, but it's not okay to carry what is not yours. All right? So, the curiosity is a door that leads to compassion. It frees us from feeling as though we have to react to what we hear or even defend or explain our part in their suffering. See, all this justification and vindication and validation and all these Asians leads to you a lack of appreciation for who and listen, I know the throat chakra. This is definitely me not needing water. This is definitely divine feminine, you needing to speak because I feel it in my throat. I do. But you don't need to explain or defend your part in their suffering. What you can do is just perceive the pain that they are in, or you can finally hear your own cries of despair and not seek to judge or justify those, um, the pain or the cries of despair. Don't seek to explain or justify. Don't seek to judge it either. Just be present to what needs to be heard. Hear it, release it. Just breathe, divine feminine. So Kuan Yin is the powerful energy of giving witness to our own or to someone else's suffering. Often it's just a calm, abiding presence of compassion is all that is needed to transform that suffering into clear light. For some of you, simply your message is just be there. Just be present. Okay? You don't have to do anything. Just be present. Right? It also says, I recognize suffering in order to release it. Okay? And that's what we mean about you can recognize that someone is in pain or enduring some painful situations or you can recognize whatever the situation is that is leading you to have compassion toward it. Again, whether it's having compassion towards yourself, healing from your own negative self-talk, healing from your own repeating patterns that bring you shame or what you feel like is disgrace because somebody's always saying, you always say you're going to do this and you never finish, or you always do, you know what I mean? And that's for somebody else needs to stop sharing your dreams prematurely and also stop sharing your dreams with people that can't handle the space or the place that you're in. They can't appreciate your growth or your evolution. They don't know your full story. They know what they know. They know what you've shown them, and they know what they think you to be. But you're more than that, divine feminine. So Kuan Yin is saying you can recognize that this relationship is damaged or wounded or in need of some healing. But don't make it about you've got to roll up your sleeves and do it. Take care of yourself. Honor yourself. Love yourself. You can recognize that this thing needs some attention, but look at it with curiosity, detach from it, and let things just kind of air out, marinate even for others of you, and just unfold naturally. Okay? Don't try to run in and rescue, help, save, bring, you know what I mean? Just hear it and release it. And when you see that something's wrong, that's why you even have the eyes to see it because it needs to go. Something divine feminine, and you know as you're listening to this video, needs to change. Something needs to cease. Something needs to heal. Something needs space. Something needs air. Something needs water. Something needs fire. Something needs to become grounded. Examine your integrity. Something needs you to speak the truth to it. Something needs your authenticity. Okay? Look at the picture. Examine your integrity. Who's pulling your strings? Look at this card. Who is pulling your strings? Who's calling the shots really? Because if you don't feel like you are leading your life and you are being led, then it's time for you to change. Okay, change that. Change it up. Not lost on me, that's card number 11. So we know this has something to do with your person, probably, right? But here's the thing, stand strong in your convictions. Okay? You can still have compassion for what they're going through. If your masculine is in a hard situation or trapped by addictions or not standing up for himself or some with a controlling person or just whatever financial worries, unemployment and having just emotional stuff, things, right? Working through that shadow energy, because you've done your work. You're doing your work, right? So you get it. But don't let them pull your strings. Don't let anybody pull your strings. Examine your integrity. You have to stand strong in your convictions. See that they're going through something, but have compassion with it. I'm sorry that's happening. And release that. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? Just don't let it stick to you. All right. So it says your I, meaning you, I, the pronoun I, has been weakened, which means that you are vulnerable to other people's influence. Only you can decide through clear, objective thinking and feelings what is best for you in this situation. Take the time you need to go within. Like I said, some of you have been going within, or that might have been another video, but I was talking about the collective of the divine feminine is taking this winter time to hibernate, probably January through March is what I was seeing. But just taking some time to, it's winter season, batten down the hatches. Let me just do me. Let me look inside of me. Let me just check with me, right? And so these are the kind of things that's coming up. Yeah, you don't need to take on other people's energy. You don't need to take on other people's problems. So it says, take the time you need to go within, look at the bigger picture and ask, what are the long term consequences of this decision? Whatever that decision is, you need to make, divine feminine, whatever it is you feel more inclined to do. And whatever it is you've been hearing from spirit through signs and synchronicities and messages, whether it's television, whether it's tarot reading, whether it's friends or family, there's a decision you need to make. What are the long-term consequences of this decision, this choice, right? And you're being asked to examine your personal integrity and make a stand for something that aligns with your strongest ideals. There's no more compromise at this point, divine feminine. There's no more bending, bowing. Okay? We are flexible, yes, but you must be who you are in all that, the authenticity of that across the board, right? It says the choices you make now will not only impact your life, but also your experience in the spiritual world and your future lives. Even though you may feel that you are giving up a fantastic opportunity, be aware that new, potent possibilities are opening up to you, and these possibilities will allow you to influence others in a truly positive manner, thus creating ripples of goodness in the world. So, when there's an opportunity that you need to make a stand for, that you can take a stand for what you truly believe in, and when you do this, you will strengthen your I. You will strengthen who you are. Examine your integrity around all your relationships and situations, divine feminine, because remember, you are your sole purpose to be incarnated at a time like this is to lift the vibration of the collective. And anything that is preventing you from doing that right now, no matter who it is, what it is, where it's coming from, what you've been told about destiny or whatever, no matter who or what that is, you have to stand up for what you believe and who you believe yourself to be right now. Okay? And be nice to yourself, for heaven's sake. Be kind. One more card. That's the message. That's the message. One more card for your angels, and then we'll get out of here. Thank you so much, Divine Feminine. I hope this helped. Ooh, wow. You get 3. I love it. I'm reading them all, too. I'm taking them all. Yes, here we go. We already said that. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Claircognizance. Remember we talked about commercials or family and friends? Pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So it's in your mind. You can hear the answers. So and there is a recurring question. There's a recurring thought. There's a recurring question. There is an answer. These are answered prayers, okay? Next one, you know what to do. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel for both of these, I'm sorry. See? So you're working with Archangel Uriel. So these are his 2 cards. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Whatever that decision is that you need to make to strengthen your I, do that. Because Kuan Yin is here. And make compassion on it. Archangel Michael is here. There's going to be compassion. Bring the compassion to it, but also detach. It's not your energy. It's not your fight. It's not your own. It's not your struggle. It's not your war. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael says you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.